Hey, welcome to the Wandering Isles. I am your host.
Close to not PG.
I am your host today. My name is Ken, and joining me today, I have Ryan as Amedriana, Kian as Dash, Kyle as Eldrin, Rory as Eos, Busy as Hatsu, and John as Weslyn. Oh my god, I need deeper breaths for this. Good stuff.
Take mine.
My name is Ken. Yeah. I just
Ken,
read
the
chat.
daddy master.
I got distracted. I got locked in on chat
Dungeon
there.
daddy.
I shouldn't have done it. That's my mistake. Now I'm just coded with chat. All right, I'll be over here. Yeah, we are. We're live. We're back. We promised we would be, and here we are. Promise Captain. And I believe, Mr. Kyle, you have the floor for recap.
The recap, yeah.
The recap. Take it away, brother.
Okay, so last time on the Wandering Isles, an armored boat appeared and it was approaching the island. Panic! The gang scattered along the beach, awaiting for the boat to arrive, not knowing if it was friend or foe. Enter Amedriana. Yay! She has returned and she brings with her a whopping 111 people with her. The party now all together, learning small bits of information, drip by drip, of fallen friends, family, and along with life on the island. Amedriana is also given a small bit of information on what has happened on the island. In the short time, details about the escape from Saganatoshi. The gang sleep off for the night, meet up for a well-needed catch-up and discussion on topics and tactics for survival on the island. Speaking about Weslyn's meeting also with the squirrel, which we'll find out, of course, today, I'm sure. And finding people for specific tasks around the island, such as foraging, construction, and whatnot. The party leaned towards the idea of a new addition, using the new addition of transport, the boat, of course, to travel to nearby areas for supplies, tools, and people, of course, to travel freely if should they need to leave or arrive to the Pearl. Unbeknownst to the group, Slate has quietly sought out refuge on the cargo hold of the ship. There is much happening on the Pearl, but for the party, a new journey may or may not unfurl. Welcome to the session.
Hell yeah. That's right. We are live. We are on the island, and I believe we promised to pick up with Master John today at the start, because we ran out of time last week. Not unheard of, but rare. We shall
6 hour sessions from here on in.
6 hour sessions, you think? Yeah. Just contact my employer, let them know that they should pay me to not go to work, and once we have established that,
paid to not go to work.
Okay.
Hello, CIA. Yeah, he ain't coming in tomorrow. Cool. Thank you.
Stop outing me to the CIA. This is the 9th time I've had to tell you just this week.
Canon.
Canonical. All right.
Hey, look, if I dox you enough, they'll just sack you.
Start with yourself. Punish me later.
I channel it through me.
Absolutely. Please don't. If you treat my address the way you treat your address, I'm gone, man.
Okay, gentlemen.
Hell yeah. Sorry. Locked in. Weslyn,
Yeah.
we are picking up with you from your Wiko Downo Timo.
Excellent.
I think, right? Yeah.
Oh
What can I
man,
do for you?
there's a lot to do. But I think the most pressing thing, the most immediate pressing thing that needs to be done regarding all of the things that have happened on this island, the vast number of people who are here, and in an attempt to make it less appealing or less necessary to go into the Western Woods, when he has an opportunity, he will attempt to reach out to the alchemist in Enbadon, Ilara. Her name is Ilara. She has a last name that escapes my memory at the moment.
I'm impressed you remember Lara because we talked about her in session 0. So
yeah, once. She's come up once.
Yeah.
But of anybody that he can think of that would be capable of doing anything to help the situation, and to relieve some pressure on the island before he leaves the island would be to speak to her. 'Cause he remembers there were boats there. She had a shop. She seemed capable of many things. She took him in. Maybe she would be able to do something to help. Somehow she maybe was connected to the Arcanum ? Because that's how he got here in the previous stream. So he's going to pull on that thread to see what can be accomplished by reconnecting with her if he's able to.
How do you want to do that?
Well, the best way that he has available to him right now is a friendly drop-in while she's sleeping.
Interesting phrasing.
Yeah, interesting phrasing, yes. But yeah, to reach out and touch Faith, to connect in between, in between worlds. Surely she sleeps. Surely she dreams. But this may be how he finds out she's actually a vampire and she doesn't sleep, and or died, or is actually 3 ferrets in a trench coat. I who knows?
Fair. Okay. Okay, so you're going to try and contact her while she's sleeping. So I'm going to get you to roll a persuasion check.
Roll a persuasion check. I can do that. As a thing I can do. If the sheet would open. Persuasion. I'm very good at the persuasion. This is top skill right here.
I'm persuaded.
Should be. I believe that's a 12? Yes, that is a 12.
I don't see it for some reason. What is this? There we go. Sorry, I'm having trouble just communicating at all. I don't know why my throat has decided now is a good time to close. Right. So 12. You have access to her mind through dream, but let's call it a weak connection. She doesn't know whether to believe you're real or you're not, or you're a dream or you're not. And she doesn't know you well enough to assume that, yes, of course you can enter my mind. There are a few people on this realm who do believe that, but this is not necessarily one of them who would know that. The people in your party, obviously, we've met Harrow, we've met Lissa, that kind of thing. Not been as tricky, but people who are less connected to Weslyn have a harder time connecting to what he can do. Yeah.
Totally makes sense. Bit of a long shot, but if anything, I would like to leave with the impression that I am returning. That I will be there soon. Mm-hmm. And if nothing else, leaving those echoes in her subconscious.
Sure. Is there anything you were attempting to communicate to her in this moment, or?
We need supplies. We need lumber and blankets and livestock. I have money. I can give you money for it. We probably have money, but I have money. But if she's not picking up the phone, so to speak, then it will be then more of a I'm coming for this. We need this. Please help us.
Okay. Okay. With a 12, she definitely is having a vivid dream. But whether or not she knows to deliver materials or anything like that is a little hard to say. Yeah, for the moment, it's a little hard to say. Yeah.
Beyond that, it's a short list of things that he's trying to get done before the end of the week. And I don't think he'll be able to get to all of it. But in order of priority, also trying to reach out to Delphine.
Interesting. Okay.
Because she's been a recurring thing between meeting her again in the book and in the previous stream, her relationship to dreams, the dream state, and seeming to understand a bit more about where he comes from, trying to get her, and her relationship, of course, to this place, right? Trying to get her back, or through her, begin to bring in people capable of assisting with this island.
Okay. I'll get you to roll persuasion again. Delphine, I'll give you advantage because Delphine has met you and also isn't really against these sorts of arts. So she would probably be willing.
Oh, that was sorry, that was a disadvantage. Excuse me. I hit the wrong button.
How dare?
I know. That's my fault. That's much better. That's a 19.
19. Okay. Okay. So what are you trying to get to Delphine? What message are you trying to convey to her?
She, I think, would understand the bigger, broader problem at hand. Not just the people here, although that's the primary focus, right? Is to communicate that there's life on the Pearl, there are people on the Pearl, refugees on the Pearl. We have experienced some strange sort of miracle, but that miracle didn't come with food. And it may be very helpful to have someone with a bit more connection to natural magic to come back, given her relationship to the Arcanum, which previously stood here. I have no idea where she's gone or what she's doing, but she is the second thing that comes to mind in Wesley's head as a possible person who can help with growing food, bringing food, helping to take care of these people should we leave the island.
Okay. 19 is pretty good. You think Delphine understands? Her connection is a little strange and loose. The only thing that's off-putting to you is the fact that she is not talking to anyone else here. Always she seems to have been talking to that entity that's been with her. When she's here in her dream, she doesn't do that. So you're communicating to this this person, but this is the first time you've ever felt like you're communicating directly one-on-one with her rather than sort of one-on-two, you know? Yeah, so that's the idea that you get. Yeah, that she's not distracted, but whether or not she believes you is unknown. But yeah, is there anything you'd like to sort of add to maybe cement that? I'm not trying to just jump through things and cut off your ability to do that. I'm just sort of
no.
Weave through the dream world you're in here.
I think if anyone who would believe anything would be her. Although, you know, in her mind, you know, dreams are a relative thing, just like time, right? he, I think, would also probably impress upon her his need to have her here personally. There are things moving, there are forces moving that he doesn't have control of.
Right.
That he doesn't fully understand. And of anyone who would, it would be her. In regards to the world beyond this world, or the movement of memory through space, or the forces that hold the strings. He'll be equally vague, I think, with her, because he doesn't really necessarily truly grasp what exactly is happening. Just knows that it is happening, and that time is short, and that there are repercussions for inaction, not just here in this dream, but across all dreams.
Across all dreams.
Past the stars.
Yeah. So you're sort of giving her the life and death of it.
So to speak. Big problem. Big forces. Big magic. Weird stuff. Need an adult.
Okay. She would and you're on the Bastion? Not the Bastion, sorry, the Pearl?
Yes.
How?
Magic.
Huh. And it's safe again?
No.
Then why are you there?
I don't know. I honestly don't.
That's fair. That's fair.
Magic. Because we have to be. Because we are connected to this place for some reason.
Okay. Are you okay?
Maybe.
Right.
Winter approaches in a few weeks or months. Less than 3 months.
Things went by quick.
Less than
It feels
2
like
months.
that summer just came and went.
I have not. We don't talk about summer here in this stream. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Summer doesn't exist.
Yeah.
We could use some help. There is a lot of people, and they are hungry, and it will be cold soon.
And how are we talking?
In your dream space.
That's new. It's all dream space, though. Literally, it's dream space.
Yes, this is as we're moving along the current of the dream space.
Okay. Okay.
Because there's also a leak in that, and there's some fractures in the stars, which is also causing a problem with the movement of this stuff.
Let's see. What is it you want me to do?
Gather the teachers, bring them back.
All of them? I don't think they'll go back.
Those who will.
You're missing the glue. The only person who can bring all of those people together again is Remington, but nobody knows where he is.
He's in a box.
He's dead?
No. It's round, like a round box, but like a ball box.
Like he's been
But his walls
cremated?
are- No, I mean he's alive, but he's like in the box.
This is a weird
like,
dream. Even for me.
Yeah, it is really weird. I spoke with him once. He's being held somewhere in a dream ball. Something that the dragon made, or based off of what the dragon made, based off of her book.
I can maybe get a couple of teachers together, but I don't think they'd all follow me. Not the way they follow him, at least.
We just need few. The rest will follow.
Okay. And the pearl, you're sure?
Yes.
All right.
There are people here who need help. There is no food. There are magic trees for some reason. And strange signs of a fracturing moving about now here.
All right. Look, I'll do what I can, but it'll be a while before I can get out there. It's not easy. It's not like I can catch a taxi out that way.
Where are you?
Anbudden.
Where?
The woods. I like it here.
We have a boat.
I mean, that's convenient. Is it here?
We can get you an Unofficial.
Okay. So I should just get people to meet me here?
Yes,
When?
soon.
Okay. Like a week? Or a month?
In 2 weeks.
2 weeks? I'll meet you there in 2 weeks. I can't walk around the town there. Not without a disguise, so I can only do it limited. What is the best place to do this? Outside of the town, in the woods, there are some markers for hikes and a trail. Just follow those for a while, and you'll find me, or I'll see you, probably.
Okay.
That's probably
2
the
weeks.
easiest. 2 weeks. All right. I'll see you then. How do I hang up? Is this like a telestone? Do I just push the button, or?
Yeah, he's already gone.
Weird. She goes as well.
And that's, I think, what he probably will get accomplished. A lot of phone calls over the week.
It's a dream calling. Dream
Calling. Yeah, DreamNet. But sort of successful. he's satisfied with that. It's something. It'll be helpful, maybe. We hope so.
Good. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else you want to do with that sort of time that you have?
I mean, I have tons of other stuff I'd like to do with that time, but I don't want to hold up the group here. Some stuff I think will take more time over the next couple of weeks to sort out. Like the original terms of his contract, I don't even think he knows where to begin looking for that information. Or if that contract was even with this squirrel to begin with, as he has his doubts. But there is not enough time, I think, to do that kind of
sleuthing,
detective work. Yeah.
Yeah. We're kind of fast approaching that point where a dinner is to be had. With a very reputable squirrel, by the way. Super trustworthy. Everything is A-okay. No need for sleuthing. None.
100%.
I would argue that sleuthing would probably
Can I roll
just...
an inside check on the DM?
Nope. I would argue that sleuthing is probably a waste of time. Is there anything anyone else wants to... Is there anything else anyone else wants to do?
I do wish to have a conversation with my mentor when possible.
He was eaten by a walrus.
Not again.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that can be a thing that happens at some point right now.
Sure. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I suppose. Yeah. Dashel will actively look for Elendor limping around, all like heroically injured and whatnot.
You'll find him. He's in one of the medical tents. He's still healing and recovering. He looks a lot like you do, not with the gold, because he's not gauche like that. But
Yeah. And he's conscious.
Yeah, conscious adjacent.
I shall go down, sit next to him, and what's he laying on a bed?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. I'll sit down next to him, I guess, and just put my hand on his, see if I get a reaction.
Yeah, no, he's startled because he's awake reading a book while you do that, so.
Elendor, good to see you.
Yes, you too, Dash. How are you?
Been better.
As of
I did not expect you to be in Saigonotoshi.
Am I not allowed to travel?
I am not your keeper. I just did not expect you to be there. What brought you there?
Well, a few things. Most pressingly, I thought you were there. And
what, you thought you'd come to my rescue?
Well, I didn't think you'd be able to do it yourself.
I'm in good hands with my group. They look after me, don't worry.
Yes. Well, to be honest, I had come there before I realized there was any trouble, as it were. When I found the gates locked, I, made my way inside because who wouldn't?
Naturally. Locked door is much more interesting than an open one.
I just got pulled into something I couldn't walk away from.
How long were you there?
Months. Soon after New Year, A few weeks after, I guess. Things seem to be down and out, but got considerably worse and worse. How could you opt to turn away from that?
Very true. Would have just missed us then. We were there for New Year, but we're forced elsewhere. Have you had communication with Palperoth while you were there?
Not much, just a little bit through the sparrows. Can people hear us?
Is there people around us?
I guess Amedriana's somewhere in the distance because she's nodding, but I would say make a perception check for me, Dash. That's probably the easiest thing, though.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm great at checks at the moment, and perception in particular.
Hey, man.
If they're talking at normal volume, I can hear them. Just assume that, like.
I just assume everyone can hear my shit and everyone can read my diary.
Did you get a 0?
Hey, why have you got a -1 and -10? Is that because of the
minus?
I'm exhausted, man. I got 5 minutes of exhaustion.
That's actually fucking brilliant that you got an 11
stay in bed.
rolled a 0.
So, what? I don't think anyone can hear us.
Alright, well, if no one can hear us, then why are we talking in those accents?
It's kind of just a habit I fall into around you, to be perfectly honest.
Well, don't. Keeping up appearances is for other people.
To be fair, I haven't really kept up appearances around this lot for quite some time. It's hard to break that habit.
Slipping, Harry?
No, it's just the natural environment was Palperoth and speaking as they do. You know, so I got used to when I'm around people I don't know. Speaking like that. Keep up appearances. Until, you know, I can trust them.
I believe congratulations are in order. Lissa came to visit me about an hour ago.
Very good, yes. Did she bring the kids?
She did. How are you handling that?
So, a lot better than I would have a year ago. It's both surprising and expected with the way things have gone since I went to the Arcanum. Great character for the dog.
I know, right?
Yeah, look at that.
Happy boy.
You such a good dog. Let go of me, human.
What the emote when? Yeah. He sits back and he's like, I think you got what you were meant to get.
What do you mean by that?
It's no secret how you feel about the rules, the policies, the monarch. What better fire, or what a better fuel to your fire than a loved one, let alone two. If there was any doubt in my mind that you were ever going to take out this rulership, as you used to spout on about, that has been extinguished once I looked at the faces of those children. Because I am sure that nothing will stop you.
I think they have focused the fire more so than throw fuel on it, because any more fuel on that would have likely burned me out.
Yeah, well.
In neglecting a particular thread I wrote to you about,
Yeah.
regards to my father. Have you learned anything since we last wrote?
Look, man, if anything goes in to that place, if it doesn't kill you outright, it kills everything that makes you who you are. If you really want to go there, and you really want to I don't know. Rescue him? Just be aware that whatever you pull out of there is not going to be who you think it is.
Likely the only reason I haven't gone yet. There's a part of me that is afraid that I will find him.
That place
And what I
deals
find might be-
exclusively in monsters, Dash.
I've met a few. But I've met at least one that's escaped with something like humanity still intact. So there's a ray of hope.
I don't know how you still walk around these aisles and collect all these rays of hope. There's a lot of work to be done here.
And the alternative is hopelessness.
What's wrong with that?
Dark
some-
path.
Some of us are fueled by that.
Oust the current establishment from a negative, dark standpoint. Do we establish anything better? A wise man once told me that we can change hearts and minds. I'm starting to believe him.
Wise man got crushed by a building and is feeling a little less wise and a little more bludgeoned.
It didn't mean you this time.
Huh.
Have you met Master Toshitsugu Matsu?
Not yet. He's the one who saved a lot of people, though, right? I keep hearing that name.
He's gone through a level of darkness I can't even imagine, yet he still seems to have some light about him.
Those are the ones you have to watch out for the most. Because either they're lying, fooling themselves, or fooling you.
It's a rather cynical view.
Rather cynical times.
I'll choose to cling to hope all the same. So I have to hope that the world I raised my kids in will be better than what I was brought up in.
Yeah.
Look, this is a heavy conversation for a pair of fools who should be recovering. You comfortable? You set?
Yeah. Can you pass me my satchel? It's over there. It's the one covered in rock dust, and it looks really, really battered and beat.
Sure. I'll go grab that. Hand it to him.
All right. He rummages through, and he's like kind of in pain as he does. He's like opening it and stuff, and you were no better as you moved it across, so the two of you just look completely beaten. He takes out a package, a parcel, and he hands it to you. It's like tattered and torn, and like it looks worse for wear. It also looks like it's been with him everywhere he's been for months. This is from... he sees someone walk by. This is from your mother. She wanted you to have this.
Yeah. Thank you.
She was given a gift a while back. Something a little bit more... I'll be honest, I can't explain it. I don't think she can either, but she knows how to use it. So she did. She refers to this as the shifting veneer.
Shifting veneer.
Yeah. It's... I'll just open it. Why am I explaining it to you?
Safe to open here?
I suppose.
Okay.
When the people kind
Open
of,
it.
the crowd start walking by and they've gone again, he just looks around. He's like, come on, hurry up.
Guess take a dagger, cut into the pack, and open it up.
Careful. No damage it.
Carefully. Do not open with box cutter. Oh, damn. Well, it's a dagger, it's not a box.
Roll an attack roll.
I'd miss.
There's a note from your mother, and it just simply says "with love," but you can tell that it's her handwriting. It's a beautiful suit with pale tan sort of linen, black embroidery, and it's really kind of, it's strange, but it's like made with a material that you recognize that a lot of people who come through Palperoth wear, but mostly in robe format, which is designed for heat and for durability in the heat. So it actually can handle, it looks like a suit that can handle desert heat, basically.
Oh.
Put it on.
Sure. Why not? Tears open Superman style.
You take off your suit and you put on this one. You take off your suit, you walk out, you flex a little bit like Johnny Bravo, and then you walk back in. Hey, mama. And then you...
that was too good. That was too good.
Then you put on this this suit, and he... yeah, exactly right. And then he tells you, like, flip over the note, and it has 5 phrases on it.
Okay.
One says the Desert Wanderer, one says the Stormright, one says the Pale Baron, one says Midnight, and one says the Winter Requiem.
Cool. Will you send me those?
You'll get a whole lot more than that in a couple seconds. So,
sure.
We'll
Okay,
say
awesome.
You say the Stormright. Over the course of the next 18 seconds, the suit sort of transforms and changes shape and color and shade into a gunmetal blue with rippling thread, like wind patterns. They look like wind patterns. This one is more along the lines of almost a scuba suit, but not quite as thick, like as glued to your skin as that. It is waterproof and sealed, so anything you have inside won't get wet. And items stored within would remain completely dry. Again, you try the Pale Baron, and it switches again into this cream with faint gold thread embroidery within the seams, refined and understated, like your original suit. It is the same as your original suit, but better. This all would grant you probably, who knows, some advantage on charisma persuasion checks in the form of a social setting, because it's, you know, done that in the past. It would be strange for it not to do that now, right? You say Midnight, and it turns into a matte black suit with a subtle violet trim, very familiar to you at the moment, tailored for shadow and silence. You'd have advantage on dexterity stealth checks made in total darkness while wearing something like this. Again, 18 seconds, as you say the Winter Requiem, and a snow white with frost silver threading, warm, heavy, and precise. Advantage against saving throws against extreme cold. This has been sitting in his inventory for real life, maybe 9 months, a year, something like that, because I thought you guys were going to go there a lot sooner. So this item was there, and then when you were like, I'm going to speak to Elendor, and my head just went, Elendor, what the hell was I supposed to say about Elendor? And then I had to like open his inventory in the back while you were talking, so if I seemed distracted, that's what I was doing, because I knew I had, like, you triggered an alarm in my head. That's been with him for a long time. This is called the Shifting Veneer. This is an item that is something that Ilara has made for you. It is made with a very interesting and special weave that is, or loom I should say, that has woven the fabric here to very specific use. I will send you this item. It is very special and probably predominantly irreplaceable. So if you're going to do something dumb, which you're prone to do, try and keep this thing.
What?
It's on your inventory now.
Why do I hear Eos nodding?
Adriana, you would be aware that he has this because you're overhearing. You're sitting not too far from the tent, listening to this conversation. So you would also be aware that he has this particular item.
As if Dash isn't going to be, guys, look what I got.
Maybe.
I'm not sure if anyone heard me specify. I don't mind if I don't hear, but you said it was in the medical tent.
Yeah.
And I said,
Oh, sorry.
I put my hand up.
Sorry, I didn't see you, but sure, absolutely. You can have overheard this too. Dash's perception was 0. You could all be standing beside him and you wouldn't know. However, I will say
his eyes or something.
I was going to say Ellender would know, but he's also exhaustion 5, so maybe he actually wouldn't. I could do the roll, but I'll just roll with Dash's roll. This thing is attunement, so you need to do this during a rest period. So next time you have an 8-hour, short rest is fine. We have decided that short rests are okay for a lot of this stuff. I think attunement is fine with short rest anyway, but just so you're aware. So the next 8-hour period, you can attune to this. It is one of the first attunement items in this campaign, so make sure you are appropriately attuned to it. It is not the first, because there's a few items of magical note moving around between Hatsunios as well. But the attunement required. So
Wonderful.
Yeah, this is just a slight upgrade of what your current suit is, which is tattered and torn. So also, as a magical item, this is a lot more durable. So if you get stabbed, it can still go through, so you're not like Frodo prepared with your like elven chain or anything, but you are not going to have to keep repairing your clothing unless this gets really messed.
It's not lava proof though.
It is not lava proof. It also won't save you from being shanked. Like, I will say that narratively speaking, it will mend itself rather than be immortal to damage.
Noted.
I always kind of wondered how that works, because you can't destroy magical items, but if you've got a cloak on that's magical or something, someone can still pierce it, right? So I assume self-mending. That's my mental fix for that. So in this, there you go.
Or it could be like chainmail, where sure, you didn't get completely stabbed, but your ribs are broken.
Yeah. You're still lying in a heap, one way or the other.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll let you play it out however you want to. This will not protect you from damage. It will just help you in those specific settings.
Amazing.
Most notably, the one for Palperoth and for heat and stuff is huge, because you guys will need warm clothing specifically when you're traveling the deserts. You'll need cold clothing specifically when you're traveling the snow and the mountains and stuff like that. So this is
no
something
more
for
overpaying
Dash.
for winter boots.
For Dash. Oh, you still need boots. There's no boots included. Sorry, shoes not
I
included.
have my winter boots that I overpaid
Actually,
for, so
to be
it's fine.
fair, I will say your shoes are included in that. That's okay. You still have to put like pittons on them and stuff like that. And what are the spikes called you put on your shoes? Anyway, you have to still do that part, but your shoes do change to match the suit. Yeah, that's it. Crampons. So you still have to. Your shoes do change to match the style of the suit, but you still have to put the crampons on for the. So yeah.
Wonderful.
Cool.
Okay. With that, then I'll just thank him. We don't have a courier system set up yet, but I'll need to thank my mother at some stage. Right, we'll likely be shipping out soon enough. I'll come see you again before we go. But you make sure you rest up, okay? I'm going to need you at full strength.
I'll do my best. You can count on me regardless. I'm not going to leave you stuck. Just let me know when you need me.
Well, I better get back and check on the kids. See you soon.
I'm not going to get used to that. To me, you're still just a kid. I love Talissa and the babies.
Of course.
What am I, by the way? I'm too old to be an uncle. Am I their grandfather-in-law? Out of law? What is this? Keep in mind, before you answer, I am willing to steal these children.
Mentor-in-law? I don't know.
I'll take it. Uncle it is.
Works.
He smiles and then just kind of lays back and just puts his head down. Talks to himself with his pseudo-fake British accent and moves on with his life.
Yeah. I'll just head back to the bastion. Just continue just trying to rest up.
Yeah. Does anyone else want to do anything?
Eos was going to go down to that kind of lake area from long ago. And she's going to head down there with Ducky and just literally go for a bath. Because we ain't got no running water in the bastion and boy, she's stinky.
No problem. Yeah. You go into the lake, which is now hidden and secluded by trees with water back in it. And you use that moment to hygiene up.
Perfecto.
You hygiene up Ducky as well.
Hell yeah.
Both hygienated. Is that a word? It is now.
Clearer than before.
Hygienated. TM. Flying Orc.
Buy it on the merch store.
Buy your hygienation products here. Hell yeah. Yeah, you guys are clean.
Awesome. Thank you.
I'll probably say over the course of the week that quite a few of you would do that, along with a lot of people from the town and stuff.
In the Western Woods.
In no, maybe
the middle Western Lake.
Somewhere that Weslyn wouldn't be mad.
Hey,
yes, I do.
You talking about the lake that's right next to the hole with the alien plant?
That's HOA property. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
The whole camp gets set up.
Catch these hands.
Yeah,
It's just
HOA, hygiene on arrival.
Wash yourself
Take
and
your
all you hear,
inspiration.
get out of here, and you're just like, oh shit.
The grass has to be like no longer than 1 centimeter.
Yep.
Just measuring the grass.
Keep your kids off my lawn.
Definitely yes.
She doesn't have a ruler.
It was well kept when I lived there, and it's just gone to shit now.
Back in my day.
It's a rewilding project, Amadriana.
Reintroducing the bees to the island.
Yeah. Endangered species and stuff. Habitat.
But yeah, that's what Eos does.
Nice. Nice. Does anyone else want to do anything as we approach and close out the week?
Just trying to help with people.
Yeah.
Until the chickening comes.
The chickening. Hell yeah.
Merch idea.
Merch idea.
Chickening.
Yeah.
2026 year of the
Just
chickening.
heading to the sick people, really, kind of like what Amadriana's doing, just helping out. Getting people on their feet and ready for work.
The week closes out. And the moon shines very bright above all of you. White light christening the isle. It's like they say that time, it seems to move quicker when you're having fun. It also moves quicker when you're focused and busy. Which is weird because you're all doing things now. But time seems to be moving very slow. The people around you seem to be moving very slow. In fact, the only people not moving slow are Amadriana, Dash, Eldrin, Eos, Hatsu, and Weslyn. And Chicken. The moonlight closes in, almost like a spotlight. The pearl becomes dark, all but one spot in the woods. A spot where Weslyn, in the past, had set up a table, some chairs, and prepared for a guest. Or two. What do you guys want to do?
Eos would remember the time, so she's gonna hop on Ducky and...
Ducky is moving super slow and is not capable of such a thing.
How dare Ducky go slow? Okay, then Eos will walk accordingly.
I have a couple of questions. Why is everyone slowed down? Why is there a spotlight there? And no one's explained to me why the Sakura tree suddenly explained that.
Shh, the squirrel's gonna be here, Dash. Shh.
Magic.
What squirrel?
Shh.
Okay, she did remember
You
the
know
nuts.
what, Weslyn?
didn't you?
That's the most sensible fucking answer I've heard in a long time. Magic. That yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Adriana, go on.
Did you bring the nuts, Dash? You know, for the offering?
These nuts for you to gobble? Yeah.
Sure, this is nuts now, Dash.
They've been hers
She
for
has
a
them in the
while.
trophy cabinet.
Let's move. The circus is awesome.
You all really want to go? I'm cool with minding people and stuff.
I want to meet the squirrel.
You don't have to.
I'm very curious about the squirrel.
See, look, at this point, it's a social conformity thing, and if you all go, it's just weird if I stay here on my own. But look, if he dies, who else is gonna help? So yeah.
He
Sorry,
who?
Dash.
What?
Everyone else here is relatively fine. You are not. So I will stand with you.
Listen, that's been no different from months ago.
Shouldn't
He's
Dash
never
stay
been
in
fine.
bed near the babies in case something happens?
Have you seen how everyone else is moving? I have a feeling that by the time we're there and back, no time will have passed.
Well,
Time
if
is
that's the
relative.
case, you could tidy up and Lisa might think better of you.
Or I could not.
You could rest.
I could,
Come on,
but
let's go.
FOMO.
As you wander
I want
into
to see
the
what the
woods,
squirrel can offer me.
deep into the darkness, the birds that are flying overhead move so slowly. They get slower and slower still. Are you all going?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
nice.
Yep.
You approach the table. Weslyn, would you already be there before anyone else?
Probably. I will have attempted to locate the bare minimum, as we don't have much to offer. But given that the right of hospitality is currently his obligation, as he is hosting, some token offering of food, and if possibly on the island and securable, some sort of adult beverage. Doesn't really matter the quality. It's more the act of offering.
You place those things on the table, and the moonlight shifts until it creates almost a perfect barrier around the table itself. And as it does, the light changes to an almost pink hue within it. Flowers begin to sprout from the ground beneath it. The warmth begins to change. You look up, and the sky is no longer darkness, but instead it's an ambient light, a hue that you've seen before, a week ago.
Does it seem at all the case that there is, I'm not really sure what the right word is for this, like a merging of worlds in this point, or is it a projection of world?
There is certainly the feeling of a convergence here.
Convergence, okay. Almost
Nothing
as if
harmful, but it's not a place of that world, nor is it a place of yours. It is an in-between.
I'll linger at the edge of the, I guess we'll call this a grove for now. It's the best word that comes to mind. To see if anyone comes to accompany. But when the moon reaches its highest, he'll take a seat at the table.
As he does, you would all start to emerge, possibly from different areas, possibly from the same, to find Weslyn sitting at the table. As you walk in through the light, you would experience the same shift in temperature, in light, in feeling, sensation. Eos would be familiar with it, as would Hatsu, as would Eldrin. But for Dash and Adriana, this would be new. Go ahead, Rory.
She'll greet Wes with a hug, and he can probably sense the excitement in her about what's to go down.
You really should stop taking baths in the Western Woods. It's dangerous here.
I'm so clean and it's so quiet, Wes.
I think you'll understand here shortly.
Can I have your permission to take a bath in the lake in the future?
My permission that you should seek.
Your woods?
Not technically.
Okay, we'll talk about it later.
As you all take a seat, the things that Weslyn have prepared amplify. What was the remnants of an old drink become a beautiful, brand new in the sense of it wasn't in front of you, but old bottle of wine. The food becomes a platter of foods, all based on what he had already presented, just more. Quite literally a taste of power. And of course, in the center of a table, a small bowl of nuts and assorted fruits. Mostly things eaten by squirrels in the woods. But still no sign of your furry friend just yet. What would you like to do?
See, Dash, these nuts are worth nibbling.
Who cares about the nuts? Where's the circus? That was fun.
I don't think he's bringing the circus.
This looks a bit more solemn than a circus. Sorry, quick above the table DM question. This is at the end of the week, so short rest has been had.
Yeah, you can be tuned to your suit if you want to, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll let you all mark off a long rest, actually. Did we do that already? Before we do that, did we do that already? Have we done week one's long rest?
No.
Okay, you can mark off long one, which Dash restores one more of your exhaustions to you, and you can all have your long rest for this.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you'll need it, but I'm not saying you don't need it.
I'm taking that.
Take it. Yeah. Yay. Level 4 exhaustion.
So we're going to fight a squirrel, is that what you're saying?
I ain't saying anything.
Wouldn't be my first time.
I mean, if it's a grey
rabbits.
squirrel,
Yeah.
absolutely, because they're just vicious. If it's a red squirrel, they're nice.
We've all been to Phoenix Park, so. Yeah.
So while I have all of you here, you should see this. He'll gesture to the plant that is revived, that's growing, in the where the hole was. I guess the hole still is technically there.
It was filled in when the plant grew, so it was technically a hole. And then the next time you were there, the plant was growing and it was filled in.
This is why people need to stay out. This plant.
It grows.
It's going to do something. It's going to continue to spread the more who touch it. I don't know what the implications of that will be.
Like a sago nutweed?
Sort of. I don't fully understand it. But I was told that it has something to do with a god tree or a big magic tree that grows when you've touched it and you've died. Or something like that. It's a bit hazy, but the more people who come into contact with that, the more people who are curious and wish to interact with it, I think they themselves become seeds. And right now there are 500 people on this island who could very rapidly cause a massive spread of this thing without truly understanding what that is and what it means and what it's for. People need to stay out of the western woods.
We could make a fence around it.
And make a spectacle of it?
No, just a fence that says, don't cross.
Would that be as effective as saying to stay out of the woods?
Yes.
Could we not
the
burn
woods
it?
is huge and we need wood.
This is not the place to harvest trees. Not here.
DM, is this the same plant that Eos watered many sessions ago with elementism?
Similar.
Gotcha.
Just bigger.
Yeah. He also messaged Wes, informing Wes that this is a plant she watered long ago when he was dead.
Did you touch it?
Not with my fingers, but I just cast water upon it to help it grow.
Did the water sink to the ground or did it touch anything else?
Just the plant.
Try to avoid touching it if you can. Maybe it's safe. I don't know. Maybe it's just a fever dream. But that does not appear to be of this island or any island that I have set foot on.
There's a small rumbling. And the bowl itself that's in the centerpiece of this table moves slightly out of the way and a small hole opens. A tiny little light appears, and out of it majestically stretches a squirrel.
Is that who we're waiting for?
Mm-hmm.
He just sort of etches closer. He's wearing a little purple suit and a little hat, and he etches closer to the bowl and picks up a nut. And he's...
Well, aren't you cute?
Eos waves.
To meet you.
Squirrel just seems to take no notice and continues eating.
Where's chicken?
Sitting beside you.
Mm.
Weslyn, do.
You are most welcome here, Great Squirrel. May you be satisfied with this humble food that we have to offer you. It is the best we can do, I'm afraid.
The squirrel looks up towards you and tilts its head and looks around. And just sort of begins eating the nut again. Until it's kind of just done. It has like the base end of it and kind of just throws it down on the table. And looks around.
Do we sit?
Grab a chair. Or a stump. I didn't really make a lot of chairs, unfortunately. I wasn't expecting so many people to come join.
Eels will sit.
There's a vibration in the ground. Tremors in the bottle of wine on the table. Footsteps of something large approaching.
I'm sure that's fine. That's fine, right? Dash is going to sit as well.
The light expands slightly, and as it does, you see a large creature made of wood and bark, standing tall. Standing somewhere behind Weslyn, maybe about 20 feet back.
Is he hasty?
Familiar red glowing eyes, Dash.
Oh, fuck. Seeing that, Dash just kind of stand up again, kind of spooked.
They're like bowls or goblets or cups of any sort.
Sure.
We'll pour a measure for the squirrel. Should always have something to drink with your nuts, right? And of course, portion it out to the rest of the table. Those who are interested in taking a cup, and to gesture to the food. Of course, after the squirrel has taken his initial fill, for the rest to partake.
Yes, do you see the eyes? Do you see that?
Yeah.
That's what I saw in our Boris.
Ah, that makes so much sense.
And
This is
Ash
really
rest
good.
before you all went into. Wait, I'm alarmed by the lack of alarm.
I didn't put down an alarm.
Dash,
What I mean.
he rose from the dead. There's a chicken that makes chickens come from absolute nowhere. And you're worried about this?
Quick, give me some wine. Thing's been following us.
I think that's its job.
That's a heck of a job. I hope he's getting hazard pay.
I mean, you followed creatures as well to do a job from somebody else, I think.
You make a fair point, Hudson.
So you kinda like cousins.
I don't think that's how relations work, but colleagues, professional acquaintances, maybe.
Maybe we are cousins. It's possible.
Oh, yeah.
Well, don't just sit there staring at the squirrel, lad. Eat, drink.
Cheers.
I'd like to know what the purpose of this meeting is.
I think negotiations.
Well, then maybe we should get to that.
I think this is part of the cultural ceremony. It's a kind of game.
Shall we regale you with
Deals
a
are never
song?
struck before dinner.
It's true.
Sorry, Wesley, I spoke the same time as you.
It happens. But perhaps you could regale our friend here with a song of Valperoth.
Not really a lyricist.
I could do a song.
Yeah. A song of Saganatoshi.
And he would go back up in his posture like you would have seen in the circus. And he goes like to the right. Yo, welcome back to this procedure. Yo, nice to have you, Mr. Squirrel. You. And he would like bow and sit back down.
Hell yeah. Amazing. I'd just take the inspiration. It was unexpected and awesome. Well done.
Eels breaks some bread and offers a tiny bit to the squirrel.
Takes it, eats it.
Looks at giant wood boy and offers the chunk.
No movement.
He must be gluten intolerant.
I'll eat spread.
Takes out a big bag of gluten and starts eating it.
Literally a bag of yeast.
Just to prove a point, just a big bag just has gluten on the side written backwards. The backwards letters.
Need to go.
There's a moment of silence, and then it's almost like the energy of the squirrel changes. It becomes less squirrel-like and more postured like a person. Wow. It's the saviors. You've had a busy week. I couldn't see it all. A deal's a deal. But I can see progress when I can see progress. Impressive. Dare I say I'm a little proud. Some of you I know. Some of you I know better. Do we need formal introductions, Weslyn?
What's a little bit of formality amongst friends, eh?
I assume they all know why they're here.
As well as they probably can.
Gave you a whole week. You didn't discuss with them why you're bringing them to the table, or what transpires at this table today.
It was as much information as they needed to know, and I was able to comprehend.
Hatsu, your performance was divine.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
I do love a good performance. Thank you for dinner, Weslyn.
You may always expect my hospitality in this place. You need but ask.
Oh, your respect for all things is not missed. He's notably more reserved, quiet. When he was in the tent, it was a theatrical performance. But here he has come to do business, and with that, he's more patient with how he speaks. In the same vein that Dash and Alander, I've forgotten his name, I'm so sorry. Alander, sorry. Panicked for a second there.
Yes.
That Dash and Alander dropped their facade. This feels like he has dropped his mask as well. Not in a negative sense, but more in a focused sense. Eldrin, would you like me to bring back the circus for you? We had so much
Doesn't
fun.
speak, but he just shakes his head.
You guys didn't tell me you went to the circus without me.
Oh, it was great. There was a roller coaster.
Oh,
It was
actually,
so
I
fun.
told 3 times. 2 times on the way here.
I
It was
couldn't have
fun.
listened.
So
Maybe
fast.
you can ask for it.
I can wait.
I mean, if now's any time to ask for anything, now's the time to do it.
Oh, I have the power to do anything, just not the capacity to do it all. What do you all wish for?
Is that a legitimate question, Mr. Squirrel?
Of course.
How far are you willing to go?
The links I would
Why
go
do you
through.
ask?
Just call it a curiosity. I can control things that you would deem magical, unnatural. All you have to do is ask.
I don't want to be disrespectful, but I'm curious as well. If you can do anything, why do you need his help?
I have the power to do anything, just not the capacity to do it all.
I get it. So you working in Drurkelin, and he does the subtasks.
I'll play my part, he'll play his. Just the way it
So
is.
we all busy bees.
I don't have a pun counter for you, man. Come on.
So you're what, offering to fulfill our wishes in exchange for
A little labor.
What? I'm gonna need specifics.
Maybe we should let Weslyn do his thing first before we.
No. This is good.
Is this the thing? Is this the thing, Weslyn?
No. We'll get to that very shortly, I'm sure.
That contracts, they're ugly beneath you. They're crude moral things, but required. Better than the alternative. Trust is far more fickle than requirements.
It's difficult to
It's not-
amend something without having full knowledge of what you're amending.
What is it you want?
You know what I want.
You toy with words and allude to things, but here's the good place to put all our cards on the table.
I'd say I learned from the best.
Oh, I'm here to be honest.
Are you?
Why wouldn't I be? You're not very trusting, Weslyn.
I have reason not to be.
And what reason would that be?
You need something that
Correct.
you say that only I can do for you. And in your infinite wisdom, apparently agreed to a term that has led to 800 years of not getting that thing that you want. And now you come asking for an amendment. It's strange. Don't you think?
I think you don't hear me. I think you're just busy preparing your reply. I didn't come asking for an amendment. I came offering an amendment because you really, really keep getting in your own way with mind wipes and death. And I would like to fix this oversight. I'm offering you something. We don't have to amend anything if you're happy with the current terms. Off you go.
What were the original terms?
You will live long enough to get home. But first you have to find something for me. The unfortunate side effect of that is that you keep dying.
A strange side effect?
Yeah, mortals are tricky. I didn't make you. I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't exactly have an army of beings working for me. I haven't had much time to play around with mortals and figure out what makes you tick. Instead, I trusted in one that I found who seemed to be strong enough mentally, willpower, fortitude, to get through the impossible. And in doing so, I put my faith in the right person because you found a table full of people who can do just the same. Each of you are strong in your own ways, aren't you? I worry. I'm trying to protect you. I'm not trying to trick you. Why else would I give you a week to think about this and not just razzle-dazzle?
Can I get an insight on this guy?
Yeah, make an insight check, hell yeah. I'm losing my voice trying to be this guy.
Just gotta be sure, you know? Insight. Not super high, that's a 10.
Hard to read. It is a squirrel, after all.
Mm-hmm.
We need a druid.
We do need a druid.
Hmm.
So you seek the stones that
That's
I alone can read.
rushing to my house.
And you want me to find them for you. And to give you the words.
It's a simple task. One I can put safely in your hands, as you're one of the only people who can read them.
There are others.
There were. Time
What
is
happened to them?
relative. Age, defiance, war, conflict. Time is the killer of all. It just handpicks how it gets you.
Very well.
Weslyn, not everyone with claws means harm, and not everyone without them means good. Do not put things into such a simplistic worldview, or you are going to lock yourself out of everything that you need to get back home.
That's fair.
I mean, you know some good witches now, so.
I know a lot of witches. That's true.
If all you do is see harm in this world, you'll treat every shield like it's a threat. That's not a good way to live. I'm here to protect you, to keep you safe. Not just you, but those you care about. I have that power. If you doubt me, think of how close many of you have come to death.
You saying you're the one who's kept us from all dying?
I'm saying a part of a puzzle doesn't make a whole puzzle, but every piece is important. And I'm a pretty big fucking piece. And I'm not even asking for gratitude. Just laying my cards on the table.
And what is your proposed amendment?
You don't have to live by such a quick, cyclical clock. That was my mistake. Things move slower where I'm from. I was unaware of how quick things moved here. I'll give you the time needed to find what you need, and I will get you home. You don't have to live by the season, die by the season. Instead, you just contain them. Much easier.
What about summer?
Summer's special.
Is it? Care to elaborate?
Spring is a time for renewal. Summer. That's when innocence learns better. Winter is not immediately after summer because there's something harsh about going from the good to the bad. So fall is your buffer. But it's interesting they call it fall. It's because it's descent from one to another. But summer is safe. Summer is easy. Summer is a time for rest and for warmth. It's a time to be spent with family, friends, loved ones. Summer is a reward for a harsh year. Summer's special.
If I'm going to be no longer bound to these seasons, this cycle, then am I no longer going to be denied summer?
You feel denied?
Been kind of a lack of summers recently. Perhaps for a while. It's hard to tell.
My ambition is not to deprive you of the things you love the most, Weslyn. It's just to give them to you when you need them.
Beyond myself, your ambition is to rewrite a tapestry.
To improve the
take
tapestry.
advantage.
I don't intend to reweave the very basic bones of it. I just want to change a few threads. Nothing harmful in that. Betterment for one, betterment for all.
And how does that intersect with them? I'll gesture to the table.
I would refer to them as threads. And you need threads to weave a tapestry together. Can't make it from nothing. To cripple a dream is to tell someone who can't imagine its scope. So I ask that you expand your horizons beyond your day-to-day life and think about this world from life to life. You, more than most, have experienced more than most. And you have been good. You're always there when you're called upon. I'm just offering that becomes a two-way street.
Very well. And I will share with you my terms for your consideration. And Weslyn will address the squirrel in the language of root and stone. It's old, and it's, for him to speak it, forbidden, but in this case, I think it is relevant and important. You seek the stones that I alone can read, and I will gather them. And I will seed their words to you. I'll be your needle and thread to mend what's broken and stop the spread of ruin that unravels the cosmic weave. But to begin, you must concede. My mind, my flesh, my spirit span our archive script and working hand. What mends the break shall mend me in kind, but only as my own nature is designed. No fundamental truth of mine shall be unmade, no virtue, memory, or essence laid as sacrifice upon your stone. The mending is for wound alone. So, let this labor bind us fair and fast. Forever in my soul this truth will last. The cost, the depth, the path, the art, the living work carved upon my heart. You keep the new tapestry we weave. I keep myself. I do not leave my name, my mind, or my soul behind, lest memory and purpose become unaligned. By root and stone, by breath and bone, I name my companions as their own. Their fate is theirs. By their own design. No threat, no snare, no leverage of thine shall ever break their path to break my own. Their fate is theirs, and theirs alone. So, let the wild watch. Let it witness it all. The thread, the future, the rise, the fall. But let it not unwill, unmake, or claim the cost of what I earn. The truth, or my name. By root and stone, by star and sea, let this be sworn, and so agreed.
To ensure that I understand correctly, the forest takes what it needs to thrive without guilt or apology, and I may not interject. So, for example, if one of you were to take a grievous, life-ending dagger to the spine that would leave you forever changed or gone, I should not interject. These are twistings of the words that you demanded, are they not?
Do you intend to twist the spirit of the words?
I intend to make sure that no matter which way they are twisted, they're favorable to both, not to one.
I think these words are favorable to both. When you have what you want, I have no intention of being cast aside and drift or be unraveled by whatever it is you're weaving. I will go home. I will be with my family. I will have that meal. I know what my fate has in store for me at that time.
Weslyn,
and I know what waits for me there.
Your mistrust is misplaced. I have no intention of betraying you. I do not need your mind, body, or soul. I do not want your mind, body, or soul.
And my companions.
They are tethered to you, not to me. Unless it looks around and smiles slightly. Any of them want to be. But that is their choice to make, not yours nor mine.
That's what I'm saying.
Weslyn. Again, my cards are on the table. I want to fix that was broken before all things can no longer be fixed.
It's been 800 years.
Yes, it has. It's been longer. But for you, it has been 800 years. Yes.
So I'm sure that this question of whether it can be fixed now or later is moot. But those are the terms.
Not all the pieces of the puzzles get along. There are other pieces in play that I have no control over. Because I have no control over anything. I am just a player of this game. Your poetic nature doesn't disguise your true ask. I understand that you fear that intentions are smoke and consequences leave scars. But I am not shackling you anywhere. It's quite the opposite. I need you to fly so high above this realm. You will help me fix all of this. Not for better or worse. Big altruist, small furry package.
Just quickly.
Mm-hmm.
What language is this in?
You can all understand it in whatever your most native tongue is.
Okay. So I would like to check whether he meant that last line.
Insight check. About the big altruist and stuff? That line?
About being an altruist who just wants to do good, yeah.
22? You believe him. What his intention is with that meaning is open to interpretation, but he has not particularly been lying about what he's saying. He is very... His cards are on the table. That's the best way to put it. He's not trying to hide anything. He's just very well.
But he's not a hide man.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to ask.
That's the right time to ask. What haunts you most at this table are the whispers of wounds you carry, and I understand that feeling. Because what haunts me at this table are the wounds that I carry, the loved ones that I lost, the people, the things. I'm burdened with memory. That's why
Of your realm or this.
If you were to remember everything, it would crush you. I have had a long time to heal from my wounds, and I still carry those burdens every day. I'm protecting you from that. I'm not burdening you. I'm not shackling you. I'm not tricking you. I don't want to possess you. I don't want your soul, your mind, your body. I don't want your heart. Weslyn, you are free. But to be clear, eyes will be on you.
Let the wild watch.
Just nods towards Firethorn, who just nods and then fades into smoke and disappears.
So we so agreed.
Clear, plain English, Weslyn. I want you and your allies here to take a moment and discuss everything. Because I don't want any more shadows. Just light. Glorious, purposeful light.
Shadows can be kind of useful.
What is wrong about shadows? The Mother of Light provides them.
Your shadows, good luck.
With a purpose.
In the case where you're all signing up for a path to follow, it's best to know what's on the road ahead. Shadows can provide stealth and hide secrets, but at this table, there are none.
Well, you speaking like this deal is made between us all, but it surely isn't. I'm happy to witness the bond that you are willing to go in with Weslyn, but others might have their own bonds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bonded to my inner self. I'm happy to, as Hatsu said eloquently, sit and watch, but I can't sign anything. And
All of
Dash is
you.
married.
Yes, well, all of you have your own burdens.
What?
All of you have strange weights that you give yourself. You so willingly give yourself to others, but you do it to feel valued, and yet you doubt your own worth. There's no sense in this. But in this group, you don't need to feel that way. I would encourage you to take a moment and put your cards on the table as well. I will return. Use this time wisely. Because once I return, I will make a deal. And we will cement what has been said in stone. He vanishes.
We don't know how long we have.
Weslyn, is he always talking that cryptic? I never offered something or asked for something. I told him I work for the bee. There's no discussion about it. But he's kinda...
So, what you get a longer life cycle for just helping them read some.
No. Apparently, I was meant to find these a long time ago. It's what he alleges is the terms of an agreement.
Are these small stones? Like,
I don't know.
You see, everything that happens leaves marks. And things of creation leave marks. And there's those who try to seek the marks to understand the word that was spoken to create. He wants Weslyn to pick up the words that he couldn't come up with it himself. He wants to learn how to use these words to become more powerful. That's without a doubt. The only question would be, do we want to help something get more power for a good deed, whilst there is people with bad intentions also hunting for the same? And he's clearly also working for someone that helped to understand, to read the threads.
So my question is this, to help me understand. Wasn't you already signed into this contract to help find these?
Allegedly. But for the sake of the argument, let's say yes.
Okay, so the adjustment here is to account for your mortality. So the end result doesn't actually change.
I think it's to account for a poor implementation of immortality.
So the way I see it, nothing really changes. You'll still be trying to fulfill the same contract. But this way you at least have knowledge of it.
I would not go about causing more of those plants to grow.
Weslyn, these plants will grow with or without you, as well as the unnamed one will create more threats with or without you.
Have you touched it?
It doesn't matter.
It does.
I don't touch things. I only touched a book, and that was for a good reason.
None of you are bound by this oath. None of you are bound by this pact.
Okay.
Speaking for myself, wasn't I bound by friendship to you to help you see it through?
You are bound by oath to me. Do not forget that.
Wait, what?
Yes.
When? Who? How?
I told you shouldn't do it.
Do what?
You insisted that you owed me.
Oh, that. Oh.
And I told you you did not. But upon insistence, I accepted. It's not friendship that binds you to me. It is your oath.
I mean, without the oath, I would still feel obliged.
You're welcome to feel other obligations outside of the oath, but I may remind you, particularly in this setting, that you are bound. But not to him.
I stand by it.
Weslyn, we will always be with you. But you are his chosen one. It's up to you if you want to accept the path that was chosen for you, or you don't. But either or, we will still be there for you.
Yeah.
It will take us away from this place.
So be it.
I got places to be anyway, so.
You need to lay down for a while, Dash.
Still got places to be. It's a king to topple, world to change.
Have you seen someone to talk to? Because I feel like you are a little bit suicidal, running away from being responsible for these children with special needs.
You need to
You
go
know.
get some milk, Dash. Some cigarettes.
I don't want them to become like my brother. He didn't get over it very well.
No. So you should have a conversation with someone I'll introduce you to my mentor. You'll enjoy him. But anyway, this conversation isn't about me.
Correct. What does he want from you, Weslyn, in return? I didn't hear, like, in return, you give me 55 chickens or something. Or a cow.
Who has 55 chickens?
You'd be surprised.
There are stones.
How many?
An indeterminate number of stones.
Let's say 12.
Sure.
We don't know how big or small.
We don't know what they look like or how big or small they are.
Where?
Small stones we can carry in backpacks, but big stones we might need a few horses.
What are the stones for?
They contain the universe.
Have you got any more specifics than that?
I think of it more like
yes, I don't know.
knowledge. It's more
Could be
knowledge.
knowledge. Could be a singular word. It could be like the law stones of the kin.
Like tablets?
No, the law stones were large, monolithic, contained the laws of our people. They contained the names of our people, the rights of our people. But our stones come from a different place than where we settled. And I would think that those stones came from somewhere else before that.
Like we did.
DM, is there anything about that rings true to anything that I know about what my father's looking for?
Good question. I guess we check with advantage.
Fortunately, I know too much about that stuff. 16. Do you know what? This seems kind of important. I'm going to use my inspiration. For a worse number, so it's 16.
Bell is wrong. That cannot be unwrong. Within your mind, you have heard similar musings and words and dreams before from your home. But whether or not they are the same dreams is hard to pinpoint.
Okay.
But it sounds familiar.
Weslyn, what happens if you don't agree to help him?
I'm already bound by one. Apparently, and apparently the effects of that agreement are still in effect.
But what's the agreement? What did you agree upon before? That you would find them, that you would give him one, that you would get information? What's the result?
I don't remember.
Can he not remind you?
Whatever he said there just a second ago is the term. Stones, and he'd give me back. But the exact wording of that? Don't know.
So this is also that you can get back home to your proper time, to your proper place.
Would be ideal.
And tell me, this creature, do you think he's honest and trustworthy enough to become a god?
I don't think anything is honest and trustworthy enough to become a god.
Then you might want to think about what you're actually going to deliver.
I'm already oathbound to Madriana if what he says is true. Just as how long it will take me to accomplish what I've agreed to do. Winter is coming.
You've agreed to find the stones and read them, right?
Yes.
But you have not agreed to explain what it means, right?
I don't think he needs me to explain what it means.
Well, words carry strong implications that cannot be translated all the time.
I think once it's in my mind, he has it.
That's a problem.
I think
So he's
realistically,
also
nothing
in your
changes.
mind? Is he like Batharos?
There are many entities who have eyes on all of us. Many who are watching.
Yeah, I know, but not a lot can watch in your head.
Bathros was watching Eldrin get kidnapped.
True.
Saved. No, not kidnapped. Saved by Remington. Trying to be kidnapped.
He was
Bathros
technically
witnessed.
kidnapped.
Technically, yeah.
I still
Bathros
don't know who's after me. I need to find that out.
But with the same argument, you could say Tempestus also watched that he got kidnapped. Sometimes we just have the answers for the why, instead of trusting in that it's a part of the process to become who we're supposed to be.
Yeah, fair. Very fair. Yeah.
I think take the deal, Weslyn. Nothing really changes. Just you get more time.
I have all the time. I just don't go into a hole.
Can't imagine
I
being
think-
stuck in a hole is very nice. You might get to see summer. That'd be nice.
Yeah. Wasn't very clear.
Okay, lock in the addendum that you get to see summer.
May I try to explain how I understood it? I think he wants you to have a break in summer off from work, to spend time, to recharge and spend time with friends and family. That might include going back in time and have a look. Maybe that can be part of the agreement, that you get a window to watch what you're working for.
Problem is he says he has a lot of power, but not the capacity. I suspect that the only way he's going to be able to get me back is by having what he needs.
Yes, but that's not just going to be the power to get you back, it's going to be the power to do whatever he likes. And if no one is trustworthy of that power, then you're essentially handing the keys over to a maniac.
Fortunately, I've already sworn an oath. If what he says is true.
Right, but if you don't ever find the stones, what's he going to do? Keep recycling you through winter and bringing you back in spring?
Probably.
I can't be willfully refusing to do what I've agreed to do.
You could.
Spring it comes after winter, or yeah. Could just wait until the next stream. It could wait. But it seems pressing to him.
Of course it is. There's other people that are also trying to obtain disinformation and these relics. He just wants to be the first to the finish line.
Who else
this-
is looking for them?
Well, let's just say my father wasn't in Saigonatoshi for no bloody reason. He didn't go to Remington's vault for no reason. I'm not saying it's necessarily the same things, but, you know, one on one make two.
Also, if not Weslyn, I'll go look for someone else. I'd rather we at least have a visual on this power. Because, well, I trust you lot.
I have reason to believe that Dr. Harrow is also looking for these. she is very interested in one located in Arboris.
Well, then let's throw our hat in the ring.
I'm just saying, I think if it's a case of we do find all of these relics, not quite so sure I'm going to be happy to hand them over to Egomaniac.
Wasn't it discussed also at the circus that the gods didn't really agree with him, or wasn't there something that he mentioned that they did, or maybe that they didn't like him? There was a lot going on. Or am I picking that up wrong? That he was kind of not going along the same path as them?
I think the correct phrasing was, they are over his pay grade.
Those were the words.
They also seem to not be paying mind to what he has described as a great breaking.
They don't pay mind to a whole lot.
The stars
until
are
he
moving.
gets these. I don't know.
Maybe
That's
it's
it,
in their
do.
design. Maybe it's part of their design, and maybe he doesn't want that because it negatively affects him. Either
Well,
way,
sometimes you have to let things evolve a little bit to see where they're going, I think. And I also think if there's powers over his pay grade, they would know how to intervene if necessary.
It depends, because if they're as omnipotent as we are led to believe, then even something that could damage them, they might not interfere with.
Omnipotent or impotent, either way, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference.
Omnipotent, speak kindly of the gods, Dash.
No.
I mean, he's obviously not impotent, otherwise. So, I think he has the right to say that.
The daughter looks a lot like Aldrin, but...
I mean, yes, we've all been questioning it, but...
Yeah.
Here's how
Don't
I
you
see
think there's a reason? There's also a reason why Eos thinks. So tell us what you think.
Oh. I'm not in your situation, Weslyn. I too was caught in a hole once. This person, this being, this squirrel, whatever they may be, haven't killed you yet, and haven't killed us yet. Took us along, showed us the circus. It was really cool. It was really nice, and quite enjoyed the roller coaster. Food's good. Beverage is okay. They can control time. Quite amazingly. There doesn't seem to be much consequence to this contract, this binding, this deal, whatever it is they're offering, trying to sell to you. Which is odd. It spoke of a wish. It didn't push it too much, though. Yeah. If I were you, which I am not, I am me, I wouldn't say no, but I am not you, and you are you, and I am me. Because I am now in this bucket, stuck in the well with you, I am now questioning it more than before. That's how I see it.
And I question if you are you, or if the other you is you and you are just a fragment.
Well, we are me.
I think you would make a deal as well.
Aldrin, pass the wine.
But yeah, that's how I see it.
Have you made such a deal? Icticracy?
No.
I'm not talking to you, Eos.
I think that's a split personality kind of situation rather than a contract situation.
How should we know?
Instinct. Gut feeling.
Based on something you just said there, Eos, about this being, your peppermint tea, was it nice this morning?
It's good.
It was, because I made sure it was.
4 minutes and 20 seconds. Brewing.
Did I? Did I? Or am I just claiming that because it's an obvious answer now?
There's an obvious answer.
Same as... Yeah, but the same as this creature saying, I kept all your friends alive.
Well,
We're all alive, so how do you prove that?
I questioned that one because I've been in a lot of mistakes that I caused.
That entity, the Red Eyes tree,
Stick person.
in its favor, that has been watching us. I've seen it repeatedly, particularly at times of peril. So I'm inclined to accept what they're saying.
Sorry, didn't you die?
Nearly twice.
When I didn't see the Red Eyes. When we were in danger and saw the Red Eyes, I didn't.
It's very easy for someone to claim, oh, you're alive. Well, that's because of me. I was doing things in the background you don't know about.
Major, I just proved
Regardless,
that with the tea.
We parked that. I still think, well, it wasn't your choice, but I think this only betters your deal realistically. You still have to perform the same task. Still the same end game.
If the deal existed beforehand.
If the deal existed.
It is strange that he waited 800 years to make an offer.
If time moves differently for these kind of entities, 800 years is...
Time does move differently.
I mean, in fairness to him...
He has lived 1,000 years in the book. It was
2027.
In fairness to him, there is an answer to that, Weslyn, in that exactly what he said was that now you have the right people that can help you. You didn't have that before. So there is an answer as to why he waited that long.
Perhaps.
Did it speak to you guys in Seraphic? Like it did to, well, when it was speaking to all of us?
No.
Just
you mean?
every day.
For me, it was clicks, taps.
Oh. Great. Just grows inside my mind.
I mean, there's certainly a bag of cats in there, so why not a squirrel too?
You know me too well, Amir Jada. That's adorable.
We will be watched.
We're already watched.
Not only
will
by
be.
one.
By many. There will be peril.
There's already peril.
And remember that you are not bound to him.
It depends what kind of stuff he's got to offer. I mean,
That's between you and him.
if there's a good deal, I'll take a good deal.
I'm sure when he returns, you can make an offer.
Yeah, we'll see what's on the table.
Bread, grapes,
Fish.
crackers.
Ooh, I could go for some crackers, actually.
And a squirrel.
Oh. Sorry, nearly mistook you for a cracker.
Are we done?
I cut across Dash real quick as he says, almost mistook you for a cracker. And I just say, of all things right now, you want a cracker and not to be as exhausted as you are? Fuck's sake.
I mean, the cracker will aid in his recovery.
I'm gonna eat a cracker. Hold on. Not that deep.
Keena throws away another wish.
Wish for crackers. I wish there was butter on this cracker.
Turkey's a little dry. Turkey's a little dry.
He's like,
There is a little dry.
I wanted Kerrygold.
I can't believe it's not butter.
Oh.
I have questions. about your wording, Weslyn. But if you're willing
Go
to
on.
iron these out, I'm willing to make a deal.
Ask your questions.
You seek the stones that I alone can read. It's tricky wording. Does that mean
Can you not read them?
True, but it also infers that you might slow walk translations, misinterpret things on purpose, or withhold information.
Their words I'll cede to you.
Yes, which is info dumping. It means you can give literal text, but omit context, hidden layers, true names, pronunciations.
You assume I'll understand it.
I just want to know that I'm getting your full understanding.
There's no trickery afoot in this oath. If anything, it's designed to protect myself and those who travel with me. That I do not become something like that creature that you have following us.
That is not a creature of my making, it's just a creature of my finding, much like you, Weslyn.
I'm going to say that that's not what my fate is meant to be.
You mentioned no fundamental truth unmade. Besides that being a two-way lane. It also...
I cannot change your nature, but you can change my nature.
But any attempt to influence your personality or choices could be called an unmaking and therefore a breach. What if I were simply to tell you to take one path instead of another, or to help you uncover things that you had forgotten? Wouldn't that be an alteration? A fundamental truth being unmade?
Not of my fundamental truth. This is about myself, my being, my person, my soul, my memory, my identity,
but you
my
argue
connection.
that no virtue, memory, or essence, your anti-manipulation clause. Couldn't you then argue that memory fog, compulsion, or emotional dampening violates it, or even your illusion that those things are occurring? What if another entity were to mess with you and to blame me?
Between you and myself, you are bound to these rules as I am. I trust that when you swear to these terms, that you will uphold them. Just as I will fulfill my end of the bargain. Unfortunately, there have been some hiccups in fulfilling that. I have been, regrettably, in another realm for quite some time, I might add.
You mentioned a sacrifice upon your stone. Is this intentionally vague, Weslyn? Are you trying to force me into a corner where the only way to progress is with sacrifice?
I do not know what the nature it is that you are doing or what's going to be required to finalize whatever you are weaving.
I can add this, but I do not wish for any sacrifice in my name, or in the name of our journey.
Then it is easily agreed to.
You included a part about my companions are their own, no leverage, using them against you, which is fair. I wouldn't have, but I can understand your need for this.
It is to protect them.
What classifies a companion, Weslyn? These refugees, are they companions? Just the people at this table?
I have not claimed the refugees. They are not mine to claim. But I laid claim to these.
So your companions are the people at this table?
Those I have claimed. And those I claim will be done in a formal setting. But as it stands now, these who bear witness to this are mine. And they're not yours to manipulate or to use against me.
I have no intentions of doing that.
Then you will have no problems agreeing to it. Should you wish to engage with them about their wishes or their desires, or should they wish to engage with you, that is not for me to interfere with.
And it isn't classed as threats, snares, or leverage, should they do it.
It is upon them to make their own choice.
Because your weaponized accusations make it that any claim could be labeled pressure, leverage. It could be claimed a breach if I was to make a deal with anyone else at this table, should it not be suitable by your standards, as per the wording of your contract.
Their will is their own. Their fate is their own.
Their will is definitely
but they cannot
their
be.
own.
They cannot be used against me.
You wish to be bound fair and fast. So you bind me to the same fairness you bind yourself. Understood?
Do you not think these terms are fair?
It depends on your wording, Weslyn.
Language is relative, isn't it?
I guess that would be hypocritical of me to argue. I have no interest in exploiting you or anyone at this table. It's quite the opposite. I need the people at this table. To exploit them would be to exploit myself. It would be easy for me to manipulate your words. For example, you mentioned wound alone. A wound could be doubt, guilt, love, hesitation, empathy. I do not intend to take advantage of your wording. I need only the words from the stones.
Their words I will cede to you.
I want the words, the context, every possible understanding you have of them. And I want them as you find them, not at a time of your choosing, not at a time to be used against me or wielded as a weapon, not as a manipulation, Weslyn. Your allies are safe, but my words are too.
Then I will need a way to do that. To both understand what I'm reading and also a way to communicate with you directly.
Just tell it to chicken. Am I right?
I don't think the chicken's related to this squirrel. Unless I'm mistaken.
Your words are very specific. But how are you with the idea of shared passage at the time of retrieving each stone?
What do you mean?
Allow me to understand your thoughts and what you see through you, and then we will both understand. Shared passage.
Do you not already do that?
I have no reason to walk your mind, Weslyn, only to communicate with it and speak to it when it lost and wanders the wild alone. I beckon for you, I bring you home. If I was connected to you directly, I would not need to do that. I would not need to spend months searching for your rotting corpse in a hole befitting of a peasant, when you yourself are a king.
Strange use of words. I dug that hole and I'm rather proud of it. I do not think that it's necessary for you to ride in my mind, but we will meet.
I do not wish to ride as a passenger. I wish to be there upon the uncovering of the stone. To understand what you understand, to see what you see, only in those moments. No more than that. I have no interest in your day-to-day thoughts, life, and actions. I only have interest in the things required by this contract.
Allow me to find the stones and to read them, and we will meet over a meal, and we will make this formal.
And in this formality, your intentions would be?
To seed the words to you. It gives me time to think about what it is that I just read. To be able to put it into words that are older and new.
I would add that any attempt to manipulate that information, in my eyes, is a breach of a contract being made here and now. And I will make that as clear for everybody here that all promises made for protection, safety, and sanity are all parts of a contract that would have no need to be void. You're worried of my manipulations, and I am worried of yours, Weslyn.
I lack the polish and practice of yourself. It's not my intention. I have a place I need to be, a place I must go. And I rely on you to get me there.
I can only do that with the power granted from those stones. For you to throw that away would be to throw away their future and your past.
Why do you want this power?
To fix that which was broken.
Which is?
The fabric that holds together the entire universe. A weave, melted and melded into one. It was never meant to be this way. Cosmically, there should be millions and millions and millions of universes. But now there's just one. And I am stuck in it until we can fix it. My friends are gone. My life is gone. And like Weslyn, I just want to go back. You can keep what is yours, and you can continue living here, or you can go to where you truly belong. A castle in the shadows for some, a castle in the sand for others. An entire universe where virtues are upheld and the sanctity of the gods is trusted and believed. Or simply a dark corner to hide in where no one will bother you and you will bother no one. A house of ravens, a door to knock on, or your place alongside the gods themselves. Or you can stay here, but Weslyn will want to go home, as will I. We are kindred spirits in that sense.
And what is your name?
It's a lot of power in a name, Amidriana.
And you have ours. So, seems like a shared trust.
All cards on the table, as it were. My name is Zarathis.
Do I know that name at all from any history, anything?
None of you do.
Okay.
Xerithas, I think. Just check. Xerathis, sorry. The way I spelled it before doesn't even make sense for Zarathis.
That's all good.
I am incredibly tired. Sorry. It's been a long, dramatic day. Yeah.
You mentioned that you stuck here and you have been somewhere else before.
Yes.
I read a book, and I'm curious, is there more like you? I read about a wizard of time that traveled between the realms.
Yeah, I've read that book. I don't know if it's based on truth. It sounds a lot like fiction. But perhaps in another world.
You sound a lot like fiction too.
When all worlds collide, perhaps your wizard was trapped here too. How would I know?
We all just passengers, right?
We don't have to be. That's the beauty of the words.
Speaking of passengers, actually, that slides wonderfully nicely into my question, Master Squirrel. I just want to clarify a fact. If you are to be a passenger among Weslyn's mind while he is perusing these stones of currently an unknown size, are you only a passenger? You know, happy out in your little chair, or are you also in control of his movements, his verbal spoken words, his thoughts, and certain gestures?
I have had nothing to do with any action ever taken or ever to be taken by Weslyn, unless for whatever reason he requests it.
Thank you.
And just to be clear, I'm not agreeing to you being in my mind. We'll do it formally. A sit down. Breaking of bread. A knowledge.
I love theatrics. This is evident, I am sure. Love for friends, family, home. They are what writes a story within us. But inevitably, grief is always the final chapter. No matter if you go back home, no matter how things are rewritten, the story is told through love and ended with grief. The ending is always the most difficult part. But that doesn't mean that it's never a tale worth telling. I will cooperate with all of you if you all just cooperate with me. My intentions, I solemnly swear it upon the contract itself, are not to deceive you, not to trick you, not to force you to do anything. We all just have goals we want to accomplish, and this is mine, and this is how I can do it. Because every other way has failed me thus far, the only one in the entire cosmos who has not is sitting at the forefront of this table right now. I wish to amend this deal only to protect him and to help him, because in turn, that helps me. I am not claiming to be altruistic in nature by this act alone. I simply want to fix the damage that was done, a fracture that was made across the universe, and in doing so, bring back everything to as it should have been.
Who caused the fracture?
From what I can tell, a grand series of coincidental, unrelated events, cosmically speaking, all blending together, forcing many to become one. But these are just fragments of history I have uncovered. But for some reason, this tiny bead, this marble, Araness, the home of your isles, holds more power than most, favored by what remains of a broken weave. I don't understand why.
Have you ever thought about the fact that maybe this is what was meant to happen? Maybe it wasn't just a bunch of coincidences blending, but this was the result of what was desired.
Mistakes are the prices of action. Only the idle stay untouched. Actions were taken, consequences were born, and we are all victims of those consequences. The bee knows honey's worth without swaying to the fly's taste. I know the worth of this honey. I don't need to live this life to know it is not correct. We all walk this earth or any other around it, and we all feel the same thing. It's not right. It's not fair. This isn't how it should be. Tell me I'm mistaken.
No, but you do the best with what you've got.
You make what's there better.
You do the best with what you've got is incredibly apt words for what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do the best with what we can get together. Eos could have her father back, as it should be. You could live a life where flying isn't a burden, where kings don't rule over these lands, and where goggles aren't the only way you see through life. Where a mask isn't necessary and your brother can live free. Or where you can just be home, herding sheep with your family. Things can be the way they're supposed to be. I don't think anybody at this table believes this is how it's supposed to be.
You know quite a bit, don't you?
The Wild Watches.
Hmm.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I think it's exactly the way it should be. Just as a side note.
But you have a lot of trust in your path, don't you, Hatsu?
Why shouldn't I?
Because it's not your path. It's a path you were forced upon by people far older than all of us.
I don't think so. You see, when our children grow, we tell them, be aware of this, be aware of that. But will they truly understand what the problem is? They won't. They will burn their hands on hot things. They will cut themselves, but they will learn from it. The moment we don't allow people to make their experience, to grow from it, we have dictatorship. There's no free will anymore. There's only entities that decide. I think the greatest blessing is that we are allowed to make mistakes. And as maybe you've figured it out, we usually take way longer time to learn than we would like to admit. And sometimes it takes millions of generations to learn from the same mistakes. But eventually we will learn. I don't think that everything is wrong. And sometimes you're right. It doesn't feel fair. It doesn't feel it's in the right place. But what is the right place? I don't even know that. So how can I compare?
Hatsu is a world where I don't have to hide my children from the rest of it. Where they're free to
that's a world that we might be able to create ourselves.
Exactly.
A lot of what, a lot of ifs. The only thing I'm trying to say is, maybe it all starts with you, and that's it. You can't decide for others what they're supposed to do or don't.
That's the beauty of what I'm doing. I don't have to. You decide. You decide for yourself. That's all I'm doing. Options and choices. Stay in this world, leave it, make it better, make it worse. I'm going home. I just want to make that choice for myself.
And I understand that as well. I'm just saying, don't fall in a hole yourself by trying to grab something that you might not supposed to grab.
You say that things are how they're supposed to be. Yet Eos was thrown into a well by a homicidal maniac and left there to die until her mind shattered, and she walks around with that consequence and burden daily. Your decisions are made by your ability to live a life where you have lived mostly in peace, where you were always in control, where your family was always in control. And now you're starting to see what happens, but only the beginning of what happens when that's not the case. But there are people at this table who have seen that since birth. There are people who are forced into hiding, into solitude, people who are forced to mask themselves. You know a little something about that.
But how is creating a billion worlds ever going to fix that?
Not creating.
Give her a world of her own?
I would never create. They're already unified. I would like to bring them back.
Mm-hmm.
I want to leave this the way it is. People can choose to leave, to stay, do what they want. I simply just want to give everybody a choice. Fair, is it not?
I might add, children learn from burning their hands. Maybe this is Zarathus burning their hands. If a mistake has to be made to learn from it, I say make it.
At the end of the day, this choice is for Weslyn to make. None of us. We're not making this deal. It's for none of us. We would have to live with the results of it, whether we accomplish it or whether we don't.
Exactly.
But Weslyn, as ever, we will obviously help you. I just ask you not to be blinded by what the potentials are.
I only have one goal. An agreement has already been made. This is simply an amendment. Where are you from? Zarathus.
Where I'm from is difficult to name. I'm from a place where it isn't worlds but realms. Where it isn't space but place. Where you can step between realities at a moment's notice. Where heroes stand up and fight draconic queens and legends. I'm from a place where gods walk the earth, choosing champions. Wizards gain the power to make cities fly. A place far more beautiful than this. A place where I'm not stuck in the young, unchanged universe, but instead born into one that is developed, sophisticated, beautiful. I just want to go home.
Maybe it's just spring.
Well said.
There are books in the Undercroft that hint, gesture, speak of light descriptions of such places. As I believe, fiction has some reliance upon fact. To an extent.
Did you have me kidnapped for this purpose?
I did not have you kidnapped, Weslyn.
That was just
Happenstance?
your happenstance? Your companion?
Was not searching for you.
Not how the memory replayed itself. All cards on the table, of course.
I was looking for your father.
What did you want with him?
To the world, he was a commoner. But in reality, he was far more than that. You were a prince to a king.
Okay.
He was to help me with the stones. Because he's the one who told me about them to begin with.
He taught you about these to begin with?
He was already researching these stones. It's funny how these things can always be cyclical, though. Because now you're here, and in your sphere, there are people researching those stones as we sit here communicating.
And you just set him loose?
Unintentionally. My intention was not to hurt him or to send him away. Mine's quite the opposite. My intention was to guide him. Trust issues run in the family, Weslyn.
I think for good reason.
I did not hurt him. I do not believe he's even dead. Just in a different time. We just need to catch up. But with these stones, I can rewrite that as well. Not just one day has to be unmade, Wesley.
Let's leave him as he is.
Isn't it funny? Unmade something that has been made where you'll be able to unmade the already made one. It's so interesting.
Choices.
I've had to remake so many bookshelves before.
Choices are where it all lies. You can make these choices yourself. I am not here to rewrite your history. Simply put me back in mine. What you choose to do with that power is entirely up to you. I do not
Don't get me
intend to
wrong,
use it
I
just for
don't.
myself.
I'm just saying, it's interesting.
Hatsu, your skill is phenomenal. It was taught, it was learned. Talent is not something that you simply have, it's something that you earn. Am I right?
They
envy what you have, but not the path you took to get there. They will never know what you know, they will never learn what you learned because they are not as disciplined as you. But likewise,
Perhaps.
you will never know what I know, and the things that I have seen, and the way things were.
Agreed.
This is not better. This is not good. If this universe were to be destroyed, it would mean that all would be lost. The beauty of a multiverse is that if one universe is destroyed, it's inconsequential compared to the grand scheme. Now, we look at a scale where if a planet were destroyed, it would be consequential.
Agreed. What I'm trying to say is, same... How could I say it? Let's say you also haven't seen the end or the evolution of the unlimited endless universes that came to the decision making to make it become one again, to then expand again, because spring is sometimes better than death. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm just saying it's interesting. And if you think this is the way to fix it, all power to you. I'm not here to stop you. I'm here to learn.
Good hearts cannot undo bad consequences, Hatsu. Your heart is pure, your heart is good, and your intentions are true. But we are still victims of a consequence. If these stones can only be used to unwrite my history here and put me back where I want to be, what harm in that? I don't intend to unmake, just to bring back. We lost a lot. Countless worlds, universes, souls, people just like you, just like your family, people like Eos, but in a world where they were allowed to exist. Horrific things will always happen everywhere, as they happen here. History is not only written by good. Those books are covered in blood, as are mine. Each one bound in red. I intend to not continue that legacy here. I want to go home. Nothing more, nothing less. But I can give you all options and opportunities along the way. There's no harm in this. There's no lie in this. Everybody gets what they want. I help your journey. You help mine. If you wish to stay here and have things exactly the same, there's no reason that truth can't be as real as mine.
So do you agree to this amendment?
All cards on the table, Weslyn. Tell me the secrets you hide in your contract. The clever wording, the facade.
It's not meant to be deceptive. As I said, it is to protect those who I claim and to ensure that I am whole.
He removes the ink from your body, down to the last drop. He pulls it like water to the air and absorbs it, his fur becoming blue. I have no intentions of betraying you or your companions, because you're the only ones who can do what I need you to do. But I will help you. I will provide power. I will provide resources. And whatever else you need. I am not an errand boy to be called upon at any given moment, at any given whim. The wording of your contract is clear. The consequences of your actions are your own. This means I will not intervene when one of you gets your throat cut. I will not intervene when one of you falls. I will not restore life to what was taken without a cost. Some of you have seen that magic already, though it wasn't mine. I will open a pool of knowledge to you, Weslyn. You may choose what resources you use and don't. You may choose to be a healer or a killer. Your actions will be your consequences. But I will give you the power to do whatever you feel is necessary to get you where you need to go. And along the way, I hope you use that power to help the others at this table, the way that they have solemnly laid down their weapons to help you. Their promise to you sitting at this table, and their words to you sitting at this table, are far more powerful than the contract that sits between us. Because their bond is not written in ink, it's written in purpose, promise, and words. I hope that's not lost on you. Choosing to return home means you would never see any of them again. A consequence to an action taken, and one I hope you do not choose to take lightly. Don't get lost in your past dreams. Build new ones, Weslyn.
I'm sure we will cross that bridge when we get there.
And may I add something to that? There's also the providing queen bee that takes care of the drones. Sometimes you just have to ask for some honey.
You put your faith so blindly into small fractions of light. Weslyn puts his faith in paper, contracts, and words. Do not be so quick to judge him for that. Because what comes from him is a direct promise. What comes to you, I hope for your sake, is not just another manipulation. Hatsu.
I don't trust blindly. But I also don't need that kind of security.
No. You just put your faith in the words hidden in the shadows of a deep dark cave. And trust that everything will be alright.
It's the same faith that you just told Weslyn to have in us.
Yet I feel like your actions have been far greater than the rewards of that faith, have they not? You've thrown yourself in front of monsters, daggers, knives, hunters.
Yes, but when Hatsu's been at his most damned, he seeked the light, and the light has shown him the way. He wouldn't be here, and he wouldn't be the person he is that you're saying is the person to help, had it not been for that light. Don't dismiss the light, is all I'm saying to you.
There's a common thread for everybody at this table. You all descend from greatness.
You've obviously never met my father.
You'd be wrong.
Or me.
Why you, Dash?
I mean, my mother's a seamstress. My father's a prisoner. He was a merchant.
Seems like you just have more of your story to uncover. Eos' father sailed fleets and ships and brought the end of something bad so that other good things may live. Hatsu's entire lineage goes all the way back to one outstanding hero. And Adriana, your father chooses to use his greatness in a very poor way, but his greatness cannot be denied. Eldrin's blood runs to the gods themselves. And Weslyn I've already discussed. Dash, you have seen your children and you still think there's nothing great running through you.
I assumed Lissa.
We all did. Well, if you're done with your amendments, maybe a show of good faith. Help us with these people that we're trying to save.
What is your ask?
Just to be clear, this is not a deal. Just a request that maybe you help some weary travelers. A means of creating, a means to survive, food, plants, growth, whatever it is that you feel you might be able to do to help in this situation.
And what would be your show of good faith to me in return?
We're already showing it, aren't we? Helping Wesley.
We asked for nothing other than to help him. That is our good faith.
If helping Weslyn were the show of good faith, would my show not already be done? He sits here now because I've helped him. I sit here now because he's helped me.
Yes, but now you're getting the help of all of us as well.
You're not bound by his words. You can simply walk away at any time.
No, but we're bound by our word to him. And in that means that you will have delivered what you will have delivered, or we will die trying. That is our show of good faith.
My aid will come, but not in the way you think. It will not be a bundle at your doorstep. But you will find what you need for these people on your journey. You can bring it back to them.
Okay.
You'll know it when you see it. Things don't come from nothing. Everything has a cost. Whenever you cast a spell, remember that. You're paying a price. Whenever you conjure something, remember that, because that thing might be paying the price for you. I promise you, in this world, actions have consequences. I cannot hammer that home enough. Each of you has a clear line to what you would call destiny. Dash, you've mistaken dissatisfaction for destiny. But you're just uninspired by the truth of who you are. That's a shame. Go learn your truth. But first, Weslyn, I believe you have an appointment. 2 weeks from now.
I just said you weren't watching.
If you use my power, it's difficult not to. That channels through me. I cannot watch you in this realm. But if you use your powers, those are mine. You're just borrowing them. This is not me bartering, breaking a deal. It's just simply how they work.
Then perhaps that's where we'll meet.
Perhaps. Weslyn, do not betray me. Though it may not seem it, because you treat me like an enemy at your gate. I care very deeply for you. For all those at this table. Your story inspires me, motivates me, and I enjoy the journey.
The endless night needs no watch. Without dark, there is no light.
Dash.
Yes.
Do you have a dagger on you?
I do. 2 of them.
I just need one.
Here you go.
This doesn't count as fulfilling your obligations, by the way.
Sure.
I hope your intention is not to harm me with this weapon.
You should know what comes next. I'll draw it across my palm. And let the blood pool. Do you agree to the terms?
These are amendments. I have this unnerving feeling that your intention is nothing but betrayal. But all cards on the table. I agree to your terms. But I ask for one more of mine. When this is all said and done, before I send you home, I wish for you all to see mine, to understand what it is I'm working for. Not through any intention to harm you, or to trap you, or to trick you. You may all return to wherever it is you wish to be. I just think that dreams are easier understood when they're shared. I want you to understand what I missed and why I missed it, so that one day you may think back to this moment at this table, and things will become far clearer than they could ever be through just the thoughts in your mind.
That sounds like fun, actually.
I will agree to that. But you cannot include them in the terms of this amendment.
Your allies have a choice, but as will you at that time. It's more an understanding, an agreement, and again a show of good faith. A lot comes in the power of a name, but a lot more comes in the power of knowing where someone is from. How someone thinks, feels, acts, what they do, what they say, and what they love. I think a lot will become clear.
Now that that's all dealt with, can I ask one itsy bitsy little thing of you?
Possibly. I'm not bound to offer it, but I will overhear it.
Of course. No, this is more a friendly request more than anything else. I didn't get to see the circus. Any chance of a repeat performance?
I'll finish signing this contract with you, Weslyn. Then you may see the circus.
Goody. And then she stands up and walks away so that Wesley can conduct his business.
Yeah, Weslyn will let his blood that's been pooling in his hand fall to the table.
His hat changes into a cloak, a hood above his head. His fur changes to skin, dark as night and shadow, with a tint of blue. His eyes curved, with a similar red glow to that of Firethorn. His teeth white, his ears pointed, and his nose long. The true form of Zarathus is before you. No holes, no bars, no secrets. He cuts his hand, and black blood spills upon the sheet. and he signs. Zarathus the Shrouded. He holds up his hand and the wound is gone. And he hands the dagger back to Dash.
Thank you.
A deal then, Weslyn.
A deal.
Contract need any guarantors or...
The blood is enough.
Blood is enough. I will take you to the circus, and you may relive many wonderful moments as well as experience some new ones. And when the sun crests tomorrow above the ocean, you will wake up in your beds. A new day, rested, and ready for your next journey. Weslyn, I will give you the information about the stones as best I can at the times that seem fit. And as for the rest of you, I will do my best, when possible, to help all of you who offer help to Weslyn, be they future companions, current companions, or companions past, so long as the intention is never to hurt him.
I take a second and kind of nudge Dash towards him, and I kind of whisper to Dash and say, tell him you're really tired and you need help.
If you were to help me get over my current fatigue, is that within your powers, and what would it cost?
I don't think it would cost anything, Dash. It's simply just following up on his words that he will try to help anyone that helps Weslyn.
It would cost your firstborn son. I'm just fucking with you. You're fine. I can remove your tiredness.
That'd be cool.
Firstborn sounds kind of cool.
Yeah.
There is a cost. There always is. It would harm your scar just a little more.
When you say harm my scar,
The energy that I would use to remove that tired nature of yours is slightly necrotic. That has a impact on the weakened flesh. Do not be concerned by the name, though. Your religious counterpart over there, who has your best interests at heart, also uses necrotic magic. It can be used for good.
I mean, I got brought from the dead, so fuck it. Yeah, go for it.
He moves towards you in almost a shadow-esque movement. It's so quick. His hand is on your head, and you just open your eyes. The eyes are pitch black with white light shining through them, and you feel healed. There is a very cold burn around the edges of your scar, and a blackness appears.
I mean, kind of looks cool, so I'm okay with that. Thank you. I feel a bit of energy.
You may mark off the exhaustion. Anything else?
How much of all of this is yours, and how much of all of this is mine? Not in ownership, not in what is to be gained, but of all of this that I have done, how much of it belongs to you? How much of it comes from you?
I am not a darkness that haunts the shadows that follow you, Weslyn. I'm an ally in those shadows, keeping the monsters who would knock at bay. You will see that in time. I have done nothing to harm you. I've made mistakes along the way. I'm not infallible, but I'm also not a god. I just want your help. This isn't yours, nor is it mine. It's ours. And it belongs equally among those who share your journey, not in the sense of responsibility, but in the sense of ownership. I'm not here to hurt any of you. I shouldn't even be here at all. And that's all I want to fix. Simple as that. Seed the words, gather the stones. There are no threats needed.
We will set out.
We're nearing the end of my journey. By being so close to the beginning of yours. I will offer you 3 things. Firstly, for everything you're trying to do here, there's only one who can, well, maybe 2. For now, there's only one who can restore what you need for the people here. You need to find the Maleficum and bring him home. 2, tied to you and them is something very special. Kaelora. She studied the first stone. Talk to her, find out what she knows, and find out where the stone is, because that will lead you to the rest. And 3, as promised, all cards on the table. But I would keep these ones safe. They can certainly make things interesting. He takes a deck of cards from his hand and drops the leather pouch on the table. Take care, friends. The moonlight closes in. The deck of cards remains. The table returns to normal. The food returns to normal. The speed returns to normal. Everything as it should be. All things, everywhere, all at once.
What's the time of day, yeah?
Still night.
Perfect.
Where's my fucking circus?
That's why it's still night.
Can I take a card from the deck and see what they look like?
No, no.
Don't touch those cards, don't you dare.
You want to
And I
try?
hate the fact that Roper's given these.
Interesting.
I just want to see what the cards are.
As you reach
so
out for the
I want
cards,
to
your
take a look.
allies slap your hand away. I would say a conversation is needed before you dare unravel the thread around that pack.
What, the cards?
I think
Blue eyes, white dragon, don't you dare.
What?
Red eyes, mapping. I don't know.
for now we'll keep these wrapped up. I'll
What, the
take
cards?
off my fur shawl and
Yes.
wrap them in the fur.
You guys never play poker?
Gambling's
I don't think these are meant for poker.
The rest of the night is spent in revelry. Madriana experiences, for the first time in her life, a carnival, a circus, filled with happiness, revelry, and joy. Only your friends are there. Performances are put on in a tent. You see mystical creatures that you've never seen before doing things that you've never believed possible. In a place that makes no sense. But it doesn't have to. The only one seemed perturbed by it is Eldrin, who once again has to deal with the insufferable nature of a circus. Everybody else seems to have a wonderful time.
Is there any clowns?
If you want there to be clowns.
Well, if there is clowns, I would say anyone that's perceptive enough will know that Madriana deliberately stays away from the performers.
Oh, this is some crazy foreshadowing to some fuckery I have planned down the line, I'm sure.
I figured that's why you added this, because of my backstory, but okay.
How perceptive are we talking?
It's probably,
I mean, she's quite sneaky, but you know, like there would be quite an obvious, like, no, you sit closer to them and I'll sit this end.
No, he used to be too distracted by the candied peanuts.
I don't know. If DM knows what my passive is, it might be alright. You know, maybe not. I'll roll for it either.
I'll say... Let me have a look here quickly.
Because I know it's not on Foundry. I have to go look for it today.
No, I can see it. I can see it. So you and Hatsu would probably notice because you're up there as well. Yeah.
Thank you.
DM question: Is the circus an optional thing?
No.
Damn it.
I mean, yeah, continue.
That's exactly why it's not optional. Is because we've already said that Eldrin has to like bear through it. So because of that, it can't be optional. Weslyn, throughout this journey, as you hold the contract itself, it begins to slowly dissolve. The words becoming ink upon your skin, lines across it returning, designs almost Celtic across the skin, across the face, across the chest, across the arms, across the legs, across the feet.
Is the color the same?
The color's the same. A little richer because they're newer.
Is throughout all of this, from the very beginning until where we are now, has Chicken made any sort of indication that this is all just a really bad idea?
Chicken has made no indications, good nor bad. The only time ever really responding is when Madriana said the word chicken. More in interest to see if they're talking to Chicken or not. Chicken has been more or less a passenger on your journey through this, but not trying to intervene in any way. Your choices to make. They are just present for them.
Just another watcher in the mix of watchers.
There do seem to be quite a few.
There does seem to be a lot of those.
The circus goes on, and as it does, in the background you see a spotlight reaching up from the back. And suddenly as it does, it becomes glaring, each of you just recoiling in the presence of such powerful light, only to see the sunlight cracking through your respective windows as you wake up. Weslyn, you at the table, the deck of cards in front of you wrapped in your shawl. Want to play a game? I guess we'll find out next week on the Wandering Isles.
He did it again! God damn it. 80 times he's done this.
Well done.
There will never ever be a point where Roper gives me those cards.
Wesley has them, man. You do what you gotta do. You know they're there.
Do you want a card?
Listen,
They're just regular.
give it to me now. I'll pull it right now. Like
Ryan has said this too many times for me not to dangle that fruit.
I am a fucking
take a look at those
agent.
first.
Yeah, I am an agent of chaos. I will pull that card.
You and me
I'm
both,
the deliverer
brother.
of
Give me
chaos. I'll give you that card. I will also very much so give you the consequences of
I'm the
whatever comes with
destroyer
them.
of cards.
I have
Just put
spells that
people
can
in-
burn cards.
Accidentally cuts the container. Each of the cards are drawn. Hatsu draws 56 cards.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Upon their
Just so the
opening, we
chat
will
can
roll
understand.
to see how many are in there. Go ahead.
As I said, just so the chat understand and stuff, like, this is something I begged Roper for, if it is the same cards. I begged and begged for in our first campaign. Like, all the way from day one, I was like, give me these cards, I'll open them. But, like, I don't care if it's day one or day 501. And then he literally gave them to us as our end loot. Or no, it wasn't our end loot. It was, like, level 18 or 19th loot. And he didn't even give them to me. He gave them secretly to another character. And I had to find out right as the campaign ended.
Whoops.
So,
yeah. To be fair, I think I didn't even do that necessarily like that. I think that we did loot pools in that campaign, and because it was all done in Foundry, so it created massive loot pools. And when you guys did your final draw, there was treasure there. And I think Gregor's one, or not even Gregor's one, I think the group one was that, but I think Gregor saw it first, and he opted to keep it a secret. So that's not on me. And the loot pool was random, so it just happened to be. I don't think I intend. Maybe I did, but I don't, like, because it does sound like me. So I'll say probably was me.
I got screwed. That's all I know.
I just don't think it was. I think that it just happened, because I think that's in my notes somewhere for the final campaign wrap up for that C1 journey. Was that it was fucking crazy. I still have a screenshot somewhere, I think, of like the loot pool draw from that. That was massive, because it was like a horde, I think. And that was one of the things. But yeah, no, that's the end of that chapter. A new one begins next week on the Wandering Isles. Zarathus is known. Secrets are all laid out on the table. And yeah, things are in motion.
Yes,
We don't need to wait around on the island for another month
We don't.
to rest
You know-
keen. Yay.
When you described what he looked like, all I could think of was Pain from Hercules.
Actually.
Oh my god, yes.
Like the long pointy nose, the long pointy ears, skinny, runty, bit of blue. That was all I could think of was Pain.
Actually, not that far off, because he would be more or less a blue goblinoid, I guess would be the best way to describe him, just taller.
Nice.
Well, the only other thing I thought of was Svart.
Svart? Yeah, no, he's not. He's definitely not Svart. He's not like dwarven in nature. He's more like what's the best way to explain it?
Ask.
Yeah, like he I guess kind of, but he's more, I think he's just a big blue goblin is probably the best way to look at it. I think that's just the cleanest way to describe what he is.
Yeah.
All right, let's see who we're going to raid, because we want to share some love with people.
And apparently he was gobbling them nuts.
Jeez.
Oh my.
That was like how did we? How?
True.
All right, we're going to raid lads, lasses, and liches, who I hope we're not just about to
Lads,
end.
lasses, and liches?
Lads, lasses, liches is actually what their name is. My bad.
Wonderful combination.
Sozhuns. Their thing is what up liches. I love that. All right, we're going to give them a raid. Make sure you show them some love. They are playing Curse of Strahd Reimagined, which is super sick.
Ooh.
Definitely hope they're
We
having a
have to play
great
Strahd
time.
at some stage.
Yeah, I mean, at some point we need to start running some of these adventure modules, because there's so many good ones. We have them all. We need to start using them. I didn't
Strahd
pay all
is
that money for
amazing.
nothing.
Yeah. Like, Strahd is amazing, but the biggest problem with Strahd is it has to be adapted. You can't play it just as it is, because it just doesn't work properly.
I think it works,
Yeah.
but you have to be very creative in what you're doing. But I think that can be said for
Yeah.
almost any of the
Yeah.
modules. They're not designed to be run direct. They're designed to be run indirect, right? It's supposed to be
Nah.
your imagination and creativity with the tools in that book. So
I don't know, Icewind Dale is pretty fucking... You can run that page to page, and it's
I
pretty
think
good.
Icewind Dale is very beginner, though, isn't it? Like, that's supposed to be more, this is Daddy's first time DMing, right?
Yeah, yeah, fair. fair.
I love Tomb of Annihilation. That's a
TOA
personal
is
favorite.
amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Punching a giant fetus and then a flying magic skeleton. I mean, what else could you ask
Send
for in a
me in.
campaign?
That's all you want. Yeah.
100%. We do have community night coming up on Friday.
That's
Yeah,
right. That's this week.
we're
We
playing.
do. Yeah.
We're playing some Jackbox.
Community manager
At-
John stepped up and he did a vote, and Jackbox won, right?
7:30 or 8, something like that.
It's in the Discord. We will be doing the community night in the Discord, and we will also be there is an
8
event
o'clock.
there, and there's like a channel and everything set up for the community night stuff. So I don't know if community night's optional on the server. I have to check, but I yeah, definitely 8 o'clock Irish time on Friday.
So we've got a one shot, I think, coming up at the end of the month.
That is not a streamed game, for clarification.
Not streamed. No, not streamed. It's just a one shot community thing. It's going to be Monster of the Week.
Nice.
It's fun.
So that should be fun. It's a rules light sort of.
Spoiler alert, the monster is me.
Sure.
Can't be the
sure,
monster
we'll
in two campaigns that. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Wow.
Well, that'll be formalized here shortly. For that. But yeah, I'd love to do some modules. I think a longer form module will be fun.
Hell yeah. Make sure you check out my buds. Rhino streams. Deranged Rhino is his name. Busy streams. Busy Bee. Sometimes Kyle streams as Dubsy. Sometimes Rory streams. Rory underscore Kai. You can often find Rory on Flying Orc too. He does impromptu streams when he has some time to do so. And Kian, have you changed your name? Did you add the FM or I can't remember?
I am Kian Griffin FM on TikTok.
You are FM.
I posted Football Manager content yesterday.
And he also posts your Swole journey on there, which is kind of cool. Sort of. You talk about like fitness and stuff, which is really cool. And
sometimes.
I like that stuff. Keep doing it. Ban that man. Ban him.
People tune into his TikTok thinking it's a fucking radio station. Yeah. Kian Griffin FM.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, I should do pirate radio.
69 FM.
But Kian's TikTok is an amalgamation of all things that he loves, including references to D&D and all sorts of stuff too, which is pretty dope. So you guys should check all this stuff out because these people are fucking great. You cannot find me on socials, but you can find me in Discord. So join the Flying Orc Discord. I think it is just discord.gg/Flying Orc now. Yeah. I think we got
where he lives. You
can
got the thing
awesome.
Again.
So we got the thing back. Yeah. Cool. All right. Take that raid button. I've smashed it. I've smashed that raid button. The way you guys should smash like, subscribe.
Drop that multipass.
Show these guys some love. Use the raid emote. Thank you so much for joining us. We love you. The contract for watching this is your immortal soul. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
Studios.
Choose. Yeti.
Can I stop waving? Yes, I can.